सहना भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः नारायणं नमस्कृत्य नरं चैव नरोत्तमम् देवीं सरस्वतीं व्यासं ततो जयमुदीरयेत्। Just give me a second. My computer is taking a little longer to get started. Just give me a second. If one of you in the meantime can share the PDF, I'll be able to read, because for some reason it's taking way too long to just open up.
can do that. Yeah.
And it says my internet is unstable, although
Is someone else sharing?
Yeah, you can share, Vernal. I
Oh.
was sharing, like if you're there, you can share.
If you're sharing, please go ahead. I will. I might take just a few minutes to come back. If you
Okay.
can do that, please.
Yeah, I'll share. Chapter 1, sorry. Chapter 1 and 2, that's. Yeah. Which page number, Dr. Pramra?
I think my internet is a bit unstable. It's not reading. We did
30,
277. That's where we stopped, I think.
277.
But she wanted to read the earlier one. Looks like.
yeah, I didn't remember the page where we stopped, but it was
41 shloka.
Okay.
because my even yeah, I think 41 shloka we were around, right?
41.
41.
Yeah, you just passed, I think.
No, this is 40. Now, this is 41.
Yeah.
Finished this. We finished this one.
Okay.
Sorry, it took a while today. I was expecting my computer to work, but it's taking way too long. And from my mobile, I'm automatically disconnected from Zoom. I think there's an issue with the internet.
Yeah. 42 shloka, right? Yes,
Yeah,
you
we
can
haven't
continue.
started. Yeah, we haven't started this. But yesterday, Ramraji said she'll read the 41 few paragraphs again.
41.
Yeah,
Okay.
41 few maybe she.
Yeah, before we start the 42nd,
Yeah. So which page should I go to? Tell me. Like this is page number 274. Is it right? This page? Yes, Dr. Pramra, you can continue. Tell me which page shall I go to? Not able to hear. Am I audible?
Yes, I think Brahmraji is mute.
Yeah, just check whether my able to hear me clearly. I'm still not.
Yes.
Yeah, we can't hear you. Can't hear.
I think Dr. Savita, you can start reading. And then maybe within 5-10 minutes, I'll get back to the computer. Is that okay?
Which page should I go to?
Oh, see,
Because
yeah,
yesterday
yeah,
I
okay.
wasn't like
See, she said maybe
this
the head.
pumpkin. This thing I heard this
Yeah,
pumpkin example.
correct.
Then whatever helps
Without
is
clarity, priorities are a problem. Maybe one or two paragraphs before you can read one,
okay.
or just the headings. You can read all of these.
Okay. Dr. Brahmra, you can intervene whenever you like. You are, uh, if you can. Uh, I'll just read the headings of the this व्यवस व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर व्यवसाय one second. I have to take my PDF because in this there is no Chandi Uchet. Mm. 41, 41 श्लोक व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिर एकः कुरु नन्दन बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिनाम् Guru Nandana, O descendants of Gurus. I'll just read the meaning, I think. Okay. Dr. Brahma has started sharing.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Are you able to
Yeah,
hear
yeah.
me? Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine.
Shall I?
I'm going to just log in from my computer.
Okay.
If my voice is not breaking, let me know. If not, maybe Savitaji, I will request you to continue.
Okay. Shall I stop sharing? Will it then be more better?
Yeah, you've
Or it-
already stopped because I've shared.
Okay,
I
okay,
have
okay.
shared.
Okay.
I have
Yes, you
shared
can
my screen.
continue.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Just let me know if there is any disturbance because I would not be able to make it out. व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एकेह कुरु नन्दना बहुशाखा ह्यनन्ताश्च बुद्धयो व्यवसायिना. So Kuru Nandana, O descendant of Kurus, iha with reference to this moksha, vyavasayatmika, well ascertained, buddhihi, understanding, eka is one, avyavasayinam, of the indiscriminate, buddhayaha, notions, he indeed, bahushakaha, many branched, cha and anantaha, innumerable. So, Kuru Nandana, iha व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः एका अव्यवसायिनां बुद्धयः हि बहुशाखाः च अनन्ताः. With reference to this moksha, O descendant of gurus, there is a single, well ascertained understanding. The notions of those who lack discrimination are many branched and innumerable indeed.
Can volume be increased, Dr. Pramra?
This is the
If
maximum,
possible.
Dr. Savita.
Okay, okay,
That's
okay.
why I normally log in through my mobile, but today there is some difficulty with the mobile. It's just getting me off the meeting time and again.
Okay, fine.
Let me give it one try one time. Let's see. I think it's
Now it's very good.
now it's from my mobile. That's why. Fine.
Okay.
Hopefully, it will stay stable like this. So, the revision of the Gita is that you are already free. You cannot be improved upon. Since you're already Param Brahma, it is knowledge alone that liberates you. To gain it, you should find a teacher and ask for the knowledge. In spite of the availability of such teaching, however, there is no guarantee that one will gain the knowledge because the place where it must occur may not be ready. See, that is why in the previous, in that verse which says, Ascharyavat pashyati kaschidenam, Ascharyavat vadati tathaiva chanyaha, Ascharyavat chainamanya shrunoti, Shrutvaapyenam vedana chaiva kaschit. So even after listening to this beautiful knowledge, it is a wonder how people do not do not get it or do not see it. So even though you have approached a teacher and you're exposed to the teaching, there is no guarantee that one will gain the knowledge because the place where it must occur may not be ready. Knowledge has to take place in the mind. Physically, one may be a mature person, an adult, but this does not mean that the mind, the antakarana, is ready for the teaching. A certain maturity, a certain viveka is necessary. The teaching may be given for the asking, but the mind must be ready for it. You must be desirous of the knowledge, not out of curiosity, but out of a certain discrimination, viveka on your part. Then only can you ask for this knowledge and hope to receive it. The mind that is necessary in order to receive the knowledge is accomplished by karma yoga. You can choose a lifestyle of karma yoga, performing karma with a prayerful attitude. Or you can choose a life of renunciation involving only Sankhya knowledge. Sankhya and sannyasa go together, since sannyasa is taken for the sake of pursuing knowledge to the exclusion of any other activity. By simply becoming a sannyasi, one does not become enlightened. A sannyasi also has to gain knowledge. Similarly, by karma yoga alone, you do not gain liberation. You have to gain knowledge. Knowledge, therefore, is common to both. Knowledge liberates, for which you require a mind which has been made ready by yoga. A sannyasi may follow the Ashtanga Yoga up to its final limb of Samadhi. But it too comes under Karma Yoga because it is an action to be done to purify the antakarana for the sake of gaining the knowledge. Any technique that helps to acquire steadiness of mind is useful and may be employed even by a sannyasi. The means and the end are one. In this verse, the word vyavasaya means nishchaya, clarity with reference to what I seek and how I am going to go about gaining it. The mind, buddhi, therefore, is said to be single pointed, eka. There is also only one goal, moksha, in the form of jnana, knowledge. That the goal, the end is clear, is itself a very big accomplishment. To see that moksha is the destiny of a human being, that this is exactly what I am seeking, that it is freedom, freedom from a sense of limitation, and that freedom must be centered on myself alone, that it cannot be outside of me, means that the goal is clear. I should see that I am already free, and that if I were bound, I could never be free. If I am already free, I should know it to own it. This is the kind of knowledge I need to have first, that there is such a thing as the freedom I am seeking, and that it is in the form of jnana. So, what is this knowledge that I am seeking? It is a freedom from a sense of limitation. And that freedom must be centered on myself alone. It cannot be outside of me. When I have this understanding, this means that the goal is clear. I should see that I am already free, and that if I were bound, I could never be free. If I am already free, I should know it to own it. This is the kind of knowledge I need to have first. That there is such a thing as the freedom I am seeking, and that it is in the form of jnana. But what is the reason for us to feel bound? What is the reason for us to feel limited? It is the false superimposition and the false identification that I am the body, mind, intellect equipment. So, this false notion has to be removed. And because the source of this misidentification or wrong identification is ajnana, therefore, it is only jnana that can liberate us. I am already free, but I don't know that I am free. So, therefore, that knowledge has to dawn. If there are 100 seekers and all of them are very clear about what they want, all of them committed to the pursuit of knowledge, then all these minds have only one goal. Shraddha is common to all of them. Only in preparing the mind can there be differences. Once the mind is prepared, it does not meander. It is like a river with two banks. It has a direction. If the banks themselves are not defined, if they are all over, there will be islands everywhere, just like the river Godavari before it reaches the sea. Similarly, like a meandering river, the buddhi will meander all over if I do not know where I want to go. Everything will seem to be all right, or everything will seem to be important, which means there will be a confusion about priorities. If everything seems to be as attractive as everything else, then everything will have the uppermost place on the list of items to be fulfilled. Because they have no vyavasayatmika buddhi, people are confused about what is to be done first and what later. But here, whether it is with reference to karma yoga or jnana, the focus is the same because it is knowledge and knowledge cannot differ. Knowledge is centered on the object and is as true as the object. Therefore, knowledge cannot differ regardless of whether it is my knowledge or your knowledge. 1 plus 1 is 2 for both of us. Because it depends on a valid means of knowledge, knowledge of a given thing does not differ. So too, knowledge for one who takes to karma yoga is the same knowledge as that pursued by the sannyasi. A karma yogi does not do karma for the sake of karma or karma phala. No one is interested in performing an action for the sake of action. Inaction would be preferable. Action is performed because the person is interested in something. We need to be clear about what that is. A karma yogi does not perform karma for the karma's sake, nor because it is going to produce a particular result in terms of security and pleasure and thereby make him or her a better person. Such a person no longer thinks that way, although he or she may have thought so originally. A karma yogi, like a sannyasi, is a mumukshu, a seeker, one who has a desire for moksha only. One does not become a karma yogi otherwise. So, a karma yogi is one who does actions out of joy. It is not for joy, number one. It is not for artha or kama. It is with that single pointed eka buddhi to just prepare his mind for knowledge to dawn, for that antakarana shuddhi. In fact, when he starts working, he or she does out of joy, then that mind is settling down, surely and certainly. It's just that because we have so many vasanas, so many likes and dislikes, that we think we have had a say on, but then even that rasa that is there of the vasanas, even that has to get eliminated. And in order to do that, being a karma yogi in every aspect of our life. So, being a karma yogi is actually a very challenging, a true karma yogi is actually a very challenging state. Because we never know how so many likes and dislikes keep cropping up, they'll keep mushrooming up. Let's share our understanding of this before we go on to the next part. Without knowledge, seeking is endless. Everyone does some kind of karma or the other. Who does not? Some are doing more, some are doing less. But everyone performs karma with certain ends in view, and these ends are numerous. Bahushakaha. There are many branches in the sense that each one goes his or her own way. There are not just one or two ways, they are endless, countless, ananta. If you go after money, there is no end to the search. If you want power, it too is endless. Pleasures are the same. Whatever you seek, you find the pursuit is endless. Those who do not have nishchaya, those who are not clear with reference to what they want, have meandering minds. Bahushaka buddhayaha. Bahushakaha buddhayaha. Too many branches are there, too many channels, too many expressions, and too many pursuits. They are indeed countless. Both the means and the ends are countless in number because the same ends can be achieved by many means. Take money for example, or power. There are many gates, including Water Gate, through which you can gain power and lose it too. A gate can take you in and it can push you out. Inlets can become outlets. Thus, there are many ways to accomplish the same end because whenever an end is away from you, you can accomplish that end in different ways. When the mind is not clear, priorities are always a problem. Everything seems to be equally important, whereas for the person who has clarity about what is to be known, there is eka buddhi. With reference to yoga too, it is eka buddhi because karma yoga is born out of nitya anitya vastu viveka, discriminating knowledge between that which is eternal and non-eternal. All we have to do is to take care of our raga dveshas, our likes and dislikes. These have to be neutralized, and to do this, we require karma yoga. If a person does not have karma yoga and becomes a sannyasi or simply pursues knowledge on his or her own, raga dveshas still have to be taken care of. Very important two lines. So you might be pursuing karma yoga, but if your raga dveshas are not taken care of, knowledge will not dawn. You're just getting some conceptual knowledge, but the actual aparokshanubhuti would not happen. Because as long as there are raga dveshas, there is going to be antakarna ashuddhi. And unless that antakarna becomes shuddha, and not only shuddha, it has to be antakarna naischalya. It should not be shimmering, it should stay still. And in that stillness of the antakarna, of the clean antakarna, is when knowledge can dawn. So the bottom line is to neutralize the raga dveshas.
Once the raga dvesha are neutralized, then only we will have our priorities. No, then that clarity will happen. Otherwise, we'll be caught up in our likes and dislikes every time.
It is correct, it is true, but you will have to do that simultaneously. So the first thing is to have this nitya anitya vastu viveka. That is
Yeah.
what puts a person onto the path of moksha in the beginning. See, as long as you think the world is real and you are pursuing the artha and kama, there is no way you will look towards moksha even, because you will think everything is out here only in the samsara. So your pursuits are endless and seeking is endless. You go on and on and on in the same cycle. Sometimes you get happy, sometimes you get what you like, sometimes you don't get, you get what you dislike. And so you keep going round and round in that circle of pleasures and pain, and you go on. But the moment that viveka comes, hey, this seems endless. I'm going round and round in circles. But there must be something higher than this. When you're exposed to that viveka of what is real, what is unreal.
But when do we when do we have that desire to know this knowledge and want to be on this path? In the initial verses, no, we read that it is due to some pain or some event which makes that shift in the mind. Didn't we read it in while we were reading these verses? There was one, I don't remember the verse, but we read that it is not that a person gradually turns to this, or his thinking process changes. It is some stimuli has to be there. Otherwise, he will not, like, this knowledge doesn't attract a person easily
See,
unless he is introspecting or having that previous sanskaras. He must have some previous sanskara, or he must have some stimulus to go for
somewhat
this. Some any stimulus, like in some
stimulus. Ah, okay.
situation, yeah, some event or uh, some incident
It is
happening in the
true
life.
because,
Yeah.
yeah, what you're saying is right, because there are four types of bhaktas, no, that seek
Yeah.
the divine. What are they? Artha, Artharthi,
Uh,
Jignasu, and Jnani.
yeah.
So Artha and Artharthi are those that Artha is the one who's going through some pain.
Yes.
Artharthi is the one who wants some security.
Security.
He's
Yeah.
after some security, maybe worldly security in the form of power, name, fame, and money, whatever. And
Right.
Jignasu is the one who wants to know about himself. Jnani, of course, is equivalent to uh, the divine. So that is, he's a separate set altogether. But then there is some stimulus, right, for them to come towards the divine.
Yeah. Like
But not
for
everybody who's going through
Artharthi.
pain
Yeah,
will
no,
seek
no,
the
not
divine.
for everyone. Not for everyone. I just said that possible. There must be some reason, like these four
Correct.
these bhaktas. So one going for materialistic gain, he has that desire, so he will seek that his divine blessing. Other is going in through a pain, he automatically will shift. And then the one who has been carrying the previous sanskaras, he would automatically be like his you can say uh, his janma would be in that family and that atmosphere, that conducive atmosphere. He will be given that path by birth only. And the one who is Gyani, of course, he's already has that knowledge. initially. So all these, like, there's some reason for everyone to go on this path. This is what I wanted to say. Like,
Correct. No
yeah.
doubt. So once they're on the path and once they know, so they want to come out of their suffering. So when they seek out someone, they seek out a teacher and they're exposed to the teaching, then they have this Nitya Anitya Vastu Viveka. So then from that path of um, from whatever the stimulus that got them onto this, they start walking in the opposite direction, going up against the tide. And that is the path of moksha. It is not the same, it's not like the river flowing down the mountain. It's like the river climbing up the mountain. So that is the moksha path where you know, and that having that certainty about the path and the goal, that is the eka buddhi, that is the vyavasayatmika buddhi. Unless that becomes very clear and certain about, unless you're certain about that, if we are a mumukshu, which is who is where, like Swami China would say, Swami Suryapada would say, if moksha is bottom of your list, then forget about it. This is also one of the things that you're doing. It has to be top of your list. It has to be top priority. Only then will that eka buddhi happen, that nishchayatmika buddhi, vyavasayatmika buddhi happen. Isn't it? Otherwise, you have so many bahushaka yanantascha. Everything seems to be important. But once you know for clear and that clarity is there in your mind that this is what I want, and in order to get moksha, this is the path, and this is how I should live my life. Live my life as a karma yogi. And what is the purpose? To neutralize the raga dveshas. So then your life has a direction. Otherwise, it's like that river which is wandering here and there, does not have those banks, that it's not directed by the banks. It just wanders here and there and it causes so many different islands. The whole life gets frittered away. So this does not mean that one should not pursue knowledge. The pursuit of knowledge itself may help one to take care of raga dveshas. In fact, no one takes care of every raga dvesha and then pursues knowledge. You pursue knowledge and take care of raga dveshas. This was what Arjuna did. So it is not like it is simultaneous. You pursue knowledge along with neutralizing your raga dveshas. Because it's a tough thing to do. Easier said than done.
This is what we are practicing now. Like, basically, whenever we are stuck in such situations, it is that knowledge which makes you come out of that situation. Yeah.
This is the part which makes this path razor sharp. Although, see, Gita is full of contradictions, seeming contradictions. On one side, the previous verse said, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. even a little bit, you know, going onto this path, even for even a little bit, you're exposed to this, will save you from the greatest of fears. That is one, that's on one side. But on the other side, this path is like that. Kshurasya dhara nihita duratya. It is like walking on a razor sharp edge. Even a little you're away from practicing karma yoga or following knowledge in its truest sense, there is every um, op, every reason for you to fall. So it is balancing. The balancing act is so important. So it's a careful path. You have to walk carefully on this path, because it's very easy to slip away from the path. Although, even though you slip, your upward journey is guaranteed, so to say. With that previous verse which says, Swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayate mahato bhayat. Because later in the sixth chapter, when Arjuna asks Krishna, what happens to the yoga brashta? He says, yoga brashta, don't worry about it. He will be born in a house which has, in the next birth, he will be born in a conducive environment that will take him up further on this path.
What is yoga brashta?
Yoga brashta is like the one who is on this path but has not attained fulfillment, has not attained moksha before leaving the body. That is the yoga brashta. So karma yoga is something more than an ethical life. Arjuna had been living a life of dharma, but it was not a total karma yoga. He had great ambitions. Only in the battlefield did he become a mumukshu. He had fought with Lord Shiva only for the sake of a weapon. So he was not a mumukshu there. He was an arthati there. He wanted some security. He wanted a greater weapon. Because he wanted a blessing from Lord Shiva in the form of a missile, he worshipped him, all for the sake of personal glories. So the Purusharthas, there are four Purusharthas, right? Dhar- Artha, Kama, Dharma, Artha, Kama, and Moksha. So he initially Arjuna was pursuing these. He was a dharmic person, yes, but he was pursuing personal glories. Living a life of dharma, an ethical life, Arjuna legitimately sought these personal glories. Karma yoga is not merely living an ethical life, because one can legitimately aspire for money, power, heaven, and so on. Legitimately, the person performs various karmas and earns his or her living ethically. Following sound work ethics and personal ethics means that one's life is proper. But such a person is not necessarily a mumukshu, the one who has already discriminated between the real and the unreal, the one who has nitya anitya vastu viveka. Nitya means that which is eternal, that which is always there, and anitya is the ephemeral, the non eternal. That I am seeking eternally is knowledge that you gain in time after you have gone through enough rounds of experience to enlighten yourself. You see that experiences come and go, and all that happens is that you become a permanent seeker, an experience hunter. Either you grow out of one experience and want a new experience, or you want a repeat experience. Either way, the experience is anitya. The result of any karma is always anitya. A person who has thus discovered a dispassion towards the experiences of life is called a mumukshu, one who can take to a life of sannyasa or to a life of karma yoga. Those who take to either lifestyle are mumukshus who have minds that are eka because of nishchaya svabhava. There is a determination, there is clarity. Nishchaya does not mean determination in the sense of resolve. It means that there is no doubt. There is clarity with reference to what I want to know. If you want to know whether a pumpkin is made out of plastic or is real, you ascertain the difference and have nishchayatmika buddhi with reference to that object. There is clarity. A doubt, however, is what is created when someone says that what you thought was real is made out of plastic. You can believe that it is real, but the mind is not nishchayatmika. You have to ascertain whether or not it is real with your own pramana, with your own hands and nose. You touch it and smell it. Nowadays, a pumpkin can be made to smell and feel like a real pumpkin. So you may also have to scratch it. Once you know it is a real pumpkin, then you have nishchayatmika buddhi. From this example, we can understand that nishchaya is clarity, not determination. What determination or resolve is there in knowing a pumpkin? Determination is something entirely different. You determine or resolve to achieve something. Here, very well ascertained knowledge is what is meant by Nishchayatmika Buddhi. Clarity with reference to the Lakshya, what is to be accomplished in life. Any target is called a Lakshya. Any implied meaning is also called Lakshya, as we have seen before. What is aimed at here is Lakshya, and the Lakshya is very clear. The means also are very clear. I do not choose Karma Yoga thinking that it will deliver the goods. I choose it knowing full well it is Jnana that delivers the goods. A Karma Yogi pursues knowledge while at the same time living a life of Karma Yoga. In this, the Karma Yogi has Nishchaya, a clarity about the goal. The person has no delusions whatsoever. He or she may practice asanas, pranayama, and various other disciplines. A number of rituals may also be performed. However, whatever is done is meant for only one purpose. This integration is clear to the karma yogi because he or she knows that these karmas themselves will not produce knowledge. The purpose of the various disciplines is clear. This then is what is meant by clarity. No karma is discounted or dismissed, nor is it mistaken for a means to an end that it cannot produce. Therefore, a karma yogi will not complain later that he or she tried everything none of which helped at all. So, Karma Yogi is one who just continues to do karma, continues to do what is to be done. Because for him or her, the goal is moksha. And this is the means to it. The means is to prepare the mind. The pramana, in order for the pramana to expose the knowledge and bring in the realization of the true nature, then for that, preparing the mind is the means. And for that, living a life of karma yoga is the lifestyle that he takes up to. So whatever helps is useful. People actually say these things. I tried all this and it did not work. It is all a trip. They do not know what they tried it all for. Whatever you try can help in some way or other if it is done properly. It is also true that something that helps one person may not help another. We actually have come to 6 o'clock. Yeah, I think we will stop here. Stopped here at whatever helps is useful.
Which shloka is going on, Ramanaji?
We are going on 41, I think.
41.
41.
I was Toronto, everywhere we came, and I did even the Sanyam too, so I was not.
We are on 41, 41st verse.
Okay, then. Thank you.
So, having this clarity of mind is what Gurudev talks of when he says three things are important: clarity in the mind, purity in the heart, and sincerity in action. So, we'll close today's Manana with this thought, and we'll see how we can integrate this into our lives and see how true a karma yogi we all are in each of our pursuits, in each of our karmas that we do. Are we just doing karma like in a dharmic way? Is the end artha and kama? Is it that security that we're seeking, worldly security and worldly pleasure? Or is it, are we true mumukshus? We know the difference between the real and unreal. And what exactly is the end, the goal? On this note, we will close here today. And we'll continue. This is page 275. Om Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Om Tat Sat Shri Krishna Arpanamastu. Jai Guru.
Meditation is accepting this moment, living every moment totally with depth. Let us keep our spine erect and body relaxed and eyes closed. Relax your shoulders. Keep a big smile on your face. You're sitting like the statue of Buddha, very serene and with a serene smile on your face. Relax your body. Let's take a deep breath in and breathe out. Become aware of your chest region, throat and chest region. If you notice some tension in the body, just let it be. Except those parts of the body where you feel a tension, the other parts are in comfort. Other parts are at peace. Become aware of that also. There are many good things about you and inside of you. Acknowledge them. They will never leave you. And the negative aspect you may see in you is never going to stay with you forever. They are all guests for some time. Let them be. Sit with the total acceptance of yourself the way you are at this very moment. Total acceptance of what is now here lead us to deeper meditation. Let go of all the efforts. Shanti. Let go of all your effort and be in this emptiness. And slowly and gradually become aware of body and surroundings. And you may gently open your eyes.